All right, let's start here this evening. The South African government is still trying to process the decision by the United States, which slapped the country with a 30% tariff. Trade Minister Parks Dau will soon be jetting off to Washington to engage on the issue, as well as that of duty-free AGOA benefits. He attended the 8th edition of the Platinum Group Metals Industry Day in Houghton, where the tariff was high on the agenda.
U.S. President Donald Trump says it's time for foreign nations to pay for access to the U.S. market. He announced a baseline 10% tariff on imports to the United States, effective from the 5th of April. South Africa was hit with an additional 20% that Trump's administration calls a reciprocal tariff.
All of the foreign presidents, prime ministers, kings, queens, ambassadors, and everyone else who will soon be calling to ask for exemptions from these tariffs, I say, terminate your own tariffs, drop your barriers, don't manipulate your currencies.
Despite there being very little room for negotiation, Department of Trade, Industry and Competition Minister Parks Dau says his department is embarking on an engagement strategy. His team engaged the U.S. Chamber of Commerce after he gave the keynote address at the Platinum Group Metals Industry Day.
We will be engaging with the understanding that one would want to ensure that we address reciprocal trade issues between us and the U.S. And yes, we have trade issues. We have a trade and investment facilitation agreement with the U.S. that is due for renewal. We had started renegotiating the parameters of the TIFA last year.
South African industries to feel the greatest impacts include agriculture, specifically citrus, wine and the mining sector. According to SAPAC's director, a professional body for supply chain management, the 30% tariff on South African imports came as a surprise, and that it won't take long for industries, workers and consumers to feel the impact.
In the motor vehicle industry, automotive and in mining and in agriculture, we will start feeling it a little bit sooner, I think, especially on the agricultural side, maybe where investment takes a longer turn, it's going to be a little bit longer. But I think as consumers, we will probably see within 3 to 6 months the effect of this.
While Brazil, the UK, Turkey and Australia will be hit with a baseline tariff of 10% on all imports to the US effective 5 April, others considered the worst offenders by Trump, including South Africa, Cambodia, China, Lesotho and Nigeria, will see higher tariffs. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ntokozo Khumalo in Johannesburg.